Hi, Maulana.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening there.
Good
Yeah,
evening
good
here.
evening.
So what time is there
Yeah.
right now?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's still
Wow.
dark here.
Oh, still pretty early. Thank you for making the time
here
for us.
you
There
are.
you are. Well, first of all,
Thank you.
what makes you fall in love with Angklung, and when did you start learning?
Well, yes, actually, I've been a listener to Angklung since I was high school. I'm a big fan of my extracurricular group. But I never play Angklung actually until I was in Germany. So it was when I was taking a degree. Uh, from every country has shown their talent, their culture to share it to the university. And I think, what should I do? And we have just few Indonesian people at the university. And then comes an idea, oh, the Angklung, because everybody can play Angklung. And then we play Angklung, and the reception was really unexpected. Surprisingly, they really love Angklung, overwhelmed, and we got even a standing applause. And that's the first time probably in my life I got a standing applause. And at that time, I really fell in love with Angklung because first, I can entertain people. Second, I really enjoy the practice and the performance. And last but not least, finally, I can did something for my country. That's probably the story.
Right. So like Maulana said, everybody can play Angklung, so there's still a chance for me that I can learn Angklung. But Maulana, what is the biggest challenge in teaching Angklung?
The biggest challenge in what?
Teaching
Pardon?
Angklung.
Oh, in teaching Angklung. The biggest challenge, I think, as I said, that Angklung is very easy. The biggest challenge is to make people come to the practice. So people, they can, let's say, spend time to come to practice and play. Because I don't think there is a technical challenge everybody can play. Even few of our show, in the end of the performance, we are inviting the audience to play Angklung as well, and they are really surprised. And oh my God, I can play this instrument, they say.
Right.
Okay.
So Krija, it's your time because I quite a lot of.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, about this
you know
change, you go first.
You know what? I think his biggest challenge would be maintaining patience when teaching Angklung, because although it is very easy to play Angklung, you need to be really focused, right? To know when is your turn to, to make noise of the Angklung, right?
Yeah. That's probably the teamwork, probably.
Right.
That's probably what you meant by the challenge. Yeah, because one note only produce one piece of Angklung only produce one note. So if we have, like, say, 35 notes in a song, you need people to play. And once you become more advanced, probably you can take more than one note, probably 2 or 3 notes.
And that is quite
So,
challenging,
like
I
30,
believe.
Yeah, exactly. When you have a 30 notes in a song,
Wow.
and then hold, let's say, 3 notes, so you have 10 people to play the music. And the challenge is you have to be exactly play at the exact time at the right note. Because when you play the right note but not the right time, then it will not make music.
It's
And
not
conversely,
easy after
if you
all.
play at the right time but the wrong note, that it will destroy the music as well. That's probably one of the biggest, especially if you are playing a much more complicated song, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, now let's talk about Muhibah Angklung. Could you please tell us more about that? How was this group founded in the first place?
Yeah, actually, once I went back home for my doctoral degree, and I've been, let's say, a couple of an Angklung group abroad. And then I thought, oh my God, the enthusiasm of the people abroad to Angklung is very big. They really appreciate it. And I think, the young people in Indonesia, especially in Bandung, know this and has to experience this, because I got a lot of experience as well by playing Angklung abroad. And then I started to collect a couple of youngsters from high school and university across Bandung. That was in 2015, and we were applying to a couple of the popular festival abroad, in Scotland, in Poland, in Czech Republic, and in Belgium. And then we got lucky because we got admitted, and then I tracked this group of the festival. That was amazing because the people or the members of the groups who were traveling with me, and they were inspired by the journey, and then when they comments positive side they got from the journey, probably like that.
Right, so I think that's very noble of you. You want the younger generation to experience what you experienced, to feel what you felt by performing abroad. But can you tell us more, what drives you and Muhibah Angklung to promote Angklung internationally?
Yeah, first, because as we know, it's been recognized by UNESCO as a World Intangible Cultural Heritage. That was in 2010. And then, as an Indonesian, we have to promote it, to preserve it, and to play it regularly. Otherwise, the status will be revoked. So we as Indonesian, especially as Sundanese as well, have to preserve the heritage, so we have to play it. And it's not only locally in Indonesia, but in the international stage as well. So one of the ways to promote it is through festival. And so I applied it to some festival and the youngster as well. And I think half of the group have never played Angklung before. So when we successfully play Angklung in the international stage with all the beginners, it means that Angklung is really simple. It's a simple instrument. So we promote around the world that it is a simple instrument. It can produce both traditional and Western music, and especially it can be played by any without any requirement of musical background.
Yes, Maulana, this is Ahir speaking. So, as we know that your journey now in the United States, so I am curious right now. So, could you please tell us how's the journey right now in the United States? How's the up and down? How's the dynamics of the team? And how's the response from the public in the United States?
Thank you so much. I mean, I've been taking a group abroad, probably this is my 6th time, and this is one of the most challenging journey for me, and it was time, and for everyone in the team, that's the first time as well to step our feet in the US. So we really there's no experience country, and I was so surprised about the ground and a challenge we have to encounter. And we landed in New York on the 4th of July, and we were already challenged by a couple of hardships, especially when our motel, let's say, it was like 1 hour from the embassy, from the city center. So we have to drag all our, let's say, luggage thing for 1 hour, and exchanging subway, train, and bus, and we have to go up and down the stairs, and it was really tiring, exhausting. And it was the first time in New York as well, and we have been to many different areas, and even with some of the very hard area where people call it like a Bronx. Why we went there? Because that is the cheapest hotel that we got. That's why we were far away and in a very raw area.
It's in New York, yeah? Everything is quite expensive, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, everything is very expensive. So we stay in a very, very far away, in nowhere people stay. We have to be a complete, and even we can see some of the uh, gangsters like the situation that we only saw in movie, and we saw it firsthand in our eyes.
Yeah.
Even people were fighting just in front of us.
Wow,
Really.
really?
Yeah, that's the challenge in New York, and then after that we went to the 4 days in New York, and then we traveled to Washington D.C. It's 5 hours. The capital is more civilized, we say, and we are really relieved because we were really supported by the embassy of the Republic of Indonesia. We were well fed, and we got a very good venue in Smithsonian. By the way, in New York as well, it was we are very happy because we can in Times Square. I think that was the first time an Angklung group can make a performance in Times Square as well. And at Smithsonian as well, there's a very, very big venue. I mean, the embassy said that the key performance Smithsonian is actors. And so we are very lucky because this year, after the pandemic, there's only 2 countries, Korea and Indonesia, to get performed there. And the embassy give the slot to our group. So that was a big honor for us.
Right. Well,
And
we see that you've been to so many places, so many countries, but do you keep count of how many countries you performed in? And perhaps you want to share with us your most memorable achievement as a group?
I've been to a couple of countries in Europe, and we've been to Australia as well. And now we are in the US as the 3rd continent. And there is, of course, I mean, we won the Grand Prix in Bulgaria like 4 years ago, and then we won the 2nd place in Czech Republic like about 6 years ago. But I think achievement on the stage, but the experience during the trip is what do you call it, unspeakable. For example, I mean, I'm now in Boise in Idaho, and we travel here by bus. It's 32 hours from Wisconsin to Idaho. We cross like 6 states because and everything that we saw in the cowboy movie. So it's like we from Wisconsin to Illinois, and then to Wyoming, to Nebraska, and to Iowa, and finally to Idaho. It was like, oh my God, it was like 32 hours. It was like, it was the longest journey that I have taken by bus the whole my life, and it was amazing.
Amazing indeed.
Yeah, and obviously listening to your journey, it's going to be something that's very unforgettable for Muhibah Angklung. So Maulana, we are not done with you yet because we will watch together some Muhibah Angklung performances, and then we also have a little game for you after the break. So don't go anywhere, and for you viewers, don't go anywhere.